Hi, I'm Raven Walsh, and I'm your WOD coach for today. The topic that I wanted to share with everybody today is about taking the focus off of yourself. And there's just a few things that have happened recently in our business that made me feel the need to share this. And, it occurs all the time, but recently we've had a few things in particular that put this on my heart. And the reason I want to share taking the focus off of you is because when you put the focus on you, not only does it put more pressure on you and make it harder for you to grow your business, but you limit the potential of what this can be for other people. So what made me decide I just had to share it right now was we just came home from the gym, and my awesome stud husband, Casey, was working out with somebody that we've known for a long time, a little bit older than we are. And I know he's been looking for a job for a while, and I've kind of had on my heart to share with him, and I hadn't yet. And Casey got to talking with him, and through conversation, what he found out was not only had he been looking for a job for a while, he's been looking for a job for 2.5 years. And he was the primary income earner for his family. So now he is working a job just to bring in income that's not in the field that he normally works in, is working double shifts, and his wife has had to go back to work. And so my husband had a couple of options. One was to say, oh man, this business is probably not right for him right now. I mean, he's got a whole lot going on in his life, and money's obviously tight, so going to an advisor wouldn't make sense. I mean, it would just be really hard for him. So that would be option A. Option B is, you know what? This business is allowing Raven to come home in a couple of months. And when she comes home, we're going to have more time together as a family. And, none of that would be possible if it wasn't for this business. So, I'd really love if you just took a look at it and see if it's something for yourself. And guess what? Our friend is happy that we shared it with him. So that was awesome on my husband's account. Last night, we talked to a new team member who is a distributor on the team. And he wants to get to advisor. He decided right now is not the time to go straight to advisor, but he wants to get to advisor. And so he has been not wanting to share the business with anybody or really the products yet, because he figures, well, if I share right now, I'm not going to earn as much, so I'll wait until I get to advisor. And what I told him was, if you wait until you get to advisor, then that's just longer that you're waiting until you help somebody. And he's got a couple people on his heart that he knows could really benefit from this business. And so what we talked about was the faster that you can talk to them, the sooner that we can help them. That will help you get to advisor, yes, but that'll help your friends as well. And, another example, did a call for a Crossline team member a couple of nights ago. And when I was talking to her team member, what we were talking about is, that team member hasn't really been sharing the business with strength because she's afraid that if she talks to somebody and shares with them about the business or the products and, goes out of her way to share with them, they might, kind of think she's salesy or think this or that about her. But again, if you look at that situation, where's the focus? It's on what somebody else is going to think about her. It's not about how can she change their lives. And so one of the best ways that's helped me to take the focus off of me and to put it onto other people is I have freed myself from what the other person does. So if you can put this one thing into practice when you have somebody else on your heart and mind, is that it doesn't matter what they do or what they say, your job is to share it with them. And so if your focus is on how you can help them, how you can share the business, how you can share the products, whether or not they see this for themselves, whether or not they do this, whether or not they become your next star leg or your best business builder or whatever, okay, you shared it with them and you did your job. And so if you do that, you take the focus off of you and you put it on the person that it belongs on, which is the person that you're trying to help. And if you start employing that in your business, you will soon find that you have a whole lot more people in your life that want to be a part of the thing that you're doing, because they know and they can tell that when you share with them, it is genuine and it's coming from the right place. Because at the other side of that is that when I share with someone and they tell me this isn't for me or no, I'm not interested, I don't get all mad, I don't get all upset. I know that I did my job. And as long as I did my part of the equation, I also know that if circumstances in their lives change, they will come back to me because I shared it with them. And so, just as an example, in mine and Casey's story, my brother started sharing this with me right after he started, and I had no interest in it, none at all. And, months and months of him kind of talking here and there to me. And finally, my new sister-in-law, helped me to get to a meeting that I was trying to get my way out of. And by getting me there, I was able to see something for myself. So, it would have been really easy for them to say, oh, Raven said no, Raven's not interested, blah, blah, blah. But no, they let me have my own timing to see what I would see. And they took me to a meeting. I started seeing that this could be something to provide an extra $500 to $1,000 a month for me, single at the time. Casey and I were dating, and it would help me have the extra income that my full-time job wasn't giving me. And you know what? We went straight to advisor, and we were really more so hobbyists for several years. But Jesse and Beth never, made it so that the focus was on anything other than Casey and I, so it was okay. They loved us where we were at. They let us continue to be hobbyists, and we'd have bursts and, starts and stops. But when we were ready to run with this thing at the beginning of this year, when I was, 6 months pregnant with my baby girl, they were ready to run with us too. And the focus for them was never on them. The focus for them was on us. And so when we were ready to move with this business, they were there for us. When Casey and I have team members that are ready to run with this business, we're there for them. But I don't try to make somebody be someone that they're not. I try and love people where they're at, share all their options, and let them make an informed decision. So ask yourself, is that what you're doing? So take the focus off of you, put it on the person it belongs on, which is everybody else out there that does not know yet about Advocare or that is a member of your team. And if you start doing that, your business will explode. Hope y'all have a blessed day.